How we doing, everybody?
Hola.
Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggly With It. I'm Will.
I'm Adri.
And what are we playing today?
Dragons versus Ogres.
Dragons versus Ogres. So Dragons versus Ogres is a game that is currently up on Kickstarter. It is a small little card game. Very quick, simultaneous action where you are trying to be, well, you're not trying to be, you are either the dragons or the ogres, and you're trying to capture as many of the villagers as possible. If your deck runs out or the villagers run out, end of game, you score. It's a quick little game, supposed to take about 10 to 15 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and flip over. We'll give a brief rundown of how the game works, and then we'll play a round or two. So let's go ahead and flip that over. All right, so we are set up for currently we're set up for a one-player game of Dragons versus Ogres. Oh, we're still not.
Why is it so far away? I always have my stuff in
Because
here.
it's zoomed in. But there we go. Now we're set up for a two-player game of Dragons versus Ogres. Why is that?
Because there are two players in
The game is only two players, so that'd be another reason. It's a two-player game. Secondary reason. So in Dragons versus Ogres, one of us is going to be dragons. That would be me. I have a bunch of dragon cards with a bunch of numbers 1 through 19.
And I am an ogre.
And Adri's playing the ogres. So same thing, 1 through 19. I didn't really take a look at that. It's not like I memorized the order. But on our turn, I'm going to flip over. The dragon player flips over the villager card. On our turn, we're going to have 5 cards in our hand, and we're going to try to capture that villager. You can do it one of two ways. One is by exceeding the number on the villager. So we'll take this one down here on the bottom because the chances of getting to that sheep anytime soon is slim. I'll shuffle anyways. So if in my hand I have a 2, 3, 4, or anything above a 2, I can capture this sheep. That's the first way. All right, sorry about that, guys. We did lose power, so of course we lost our live stream. So now the rest of this is being recorded live for us, not live for you. But we'll go ahead and continue. But yes, if, as I was mentioning, this is over or the same, I can capture this sheep. When I capture the sheep, however, unfortunately, I will have to discard the dragon, in my case, or the ogre, that we use to capture the villager, and it goes to our discard pile. So we'll discard pile here. The second way that you can capture a villager is by matching the card with the ogre or dragon type. So there is a corresponding ogre and dragon for each villager. It's not a 1-to-1. So basically villager 1, for example, is only dragon number 3. Villager 2, which is the sheep, is only ogre number 6, and so forth. The way that you can tell is on the card, something about the card is going to be represented in the art for the actual dragons or ogres as well. So example here, number 16 is for the princess. And we can see here it's got Rapunzel's hair. So I'm going to guess most likely the princess is going to have long golden blonde hair. And then that's the kind of the telltale sign that they belong together. Now, if you capture the villager that way, then instead of you having to discard your dragon or ogre, you get to put it back into your hand, which means you're not discarding a card. And then you also get to take a card from your discard pile and put it back onto the top of your deck. So basically the top discard, top of your deck. Benefit both times is not only did you not lose a card in your deck, you just gained a card in your deck. And again, as I mentioned in the beginning, the way that the game ends is when there's no more villagers or both people's decks have run out. If your deck runs out before your opponent basically gets free reign to play until their deck runs out, which then takes away that speed, who can get their card played the fastest. But that's it. I mean, that's basically Dragons versus Ogres. So I would say we normally decide who goes first, but since this is a simultaneous game, we don't need to do that. So Audrey's just going to tell you about our D20 anyways.
This is our D20 from Extra Life, because we support Children's Miracle Network through donations para los niños that need our help and be healed. So you can also help them using the links down below.
We do have a couple giveaways coming up, as well as Extra Life Game Day 2022, where we're going to team up with some publishers and do some more giveaways like we did last year. So if you want to enter those or know when those giveaways go live, what do they need to do?
Subscribe and activate notifications.
Follow us on social media.
Yes.
I guess we need to add that one now.
Okay.
Instead of all that YouTube stuff in the middle of the video, it's subscribe, notifications, follow us on social media. And at the end, Oh, that YouTube stuff. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started with this game. We don't know if we'll do one just to show you guys how it plays, or if we'll do more than one. Just depends how long this takes us. Also depends on how Power and the internet want to treat us for a while. So we both draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One thing to note, of course, these rules and the game and the art, of course, is all prototype, subject to change, and so forth. We'll give our first impressions at the end based on the prototype. All right, so I got my 5, you got your 5. Bella's trying to unplug one of us from the microphone. All right, You ready?
5, yes.
I'm already biting my nails, I'm not nervous.
I'm nervous too.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
All right, so it's an 8. Got to quickly look down there. Oh. And that was an oddity, and she matched.
Yes?
Yeah, that was quick.
Did I do it right?
I didn't get a chance to even see. I was like 8, ogre. Okay, I need to now look at my numbers. All right.
Now,
so that
what
means,
do they have in common?
So he is a chef. Butcher. Oh, he's the butcher. Yeah, and he's got the some kind of leg, probably the leg of the butcher, and he's got the butcher table with the cleaver. See the cleaver? It matches. All right. So that means this goes back to your hand. And you capture the villager. Since you haven't taken anything out of your deck, there's no discard for you to refresh, but still didn't cost you anything. All right, so we'll go again. That was way too quick. All right, hang on. Oh, I know that one. Oh, I don't have him. All right, I remember that one because that was the demo when I gave Aubrey the demo earlier. So that basically is the sheriff, and the sheriff is number 9 for me. So that's kind of the key too. Now that I've used this one, I don't have it for later. So like if the princess comes out next, I'm kind of like, like I could have done any of my higher numbers, but I didn't. All right. So I draw back up to 5. So you always have 5 cards in hand. All right, ready? 2. Oh, that's you. I remember 2 was you because that was the one we were just talking about.
I didn't even look at it.
I think that's one thing. The more you play the game, the more you're going to be able to do that. But here's the thing. I'm going to start running out of cards if I keep doing that. Well, I don't know that one. Oh, I do know that one. That is it.
Yes, yes. So this one is here.
It goes back to your hand, and then you capture the villager. All right, ready? 15. Oh, I know 15. That's me, but I don't think I have 15. Yeah.
If it does not match,
if it does not match, you discard, but you still capture the villager. So you just have your discard pile there.
And then draw.
And then draw back to 5. Yep. All right. Ready?
Yes.
Oh, another 15. Do I have something? So that's the thing. You only have one of each dragon. So actually, I didn't know that there were duplicates of the villagers. So that's actually kind of a... You can actually get it more. Yeah, you can actually get it more than once. So I was like, oh, well, I used, you know, I got the sheriff earlier, and I was like, but I didn't have my 9. There's another sheriff in there. I did think this was pretty thick for only having one of each. All right, ready? 18.
If I don't have any higher than that, or
then you have to hope you have the match. Which actually for you, 18 is the prince, and you need ogre number 20. So yeah. So yeah, there's nothing you can do. But it does cost me another card. Oh, I can't. I gotta stop now. So basically, at a certain point, you're pretty much gonna have to stop. You're gonna have to be like,
did you put 10?
Oh yeah, the 10. Oh.
He kept talking.
I did. All right. Well, that's fine. I was just. That's fine. Saves me a card. Discard because it's not match. Match for number 10 is dragon number 5. Oh, backwards.
I did. No.
Oh, there you go. You're ogre. You put your
hand. And did this.
Yeah, discard. Right. All right. Now let's make sure we're both right. All right. I'm still looking over at chat as if it's live.
Don't chat. Don't talk.
Ready?
Yes.
4. Oh, that's the baby. I knew the baby.
Let me see that baby.
That's one baby. So the baby dragon captures the baby.
The baby.
And since I did that, and because it matched, I get to put this back into my deck.
Did I do that?
You didn't have that earlier when you did your match. You didn't have a discard yet when you did the match.
Oh.
All right. Ready? 7. 12. Oh! I got it. And he goes back into my deck. All right. Ready? 20. Oh, I don't have anything to match. See?
I mean, this is good and bad, right?
It's good and bad. I mean, you just have to do like I did. At a certain point, what you can do is you basically just let the other person take some.
Is this all my deck?
Yeah. I was down to 1 card. Now I'm back up to 3 because I got matching stuff. All right, ready? Oh, the baby again. I know the baby now. Oh, no, he comes back to my hand. And he goes back into my deck. I know the baby now. And I got him in my hand, so that's actually... Well, now it's not going to be good because I don't know if there's more babies. Ready? 6. And I'm back to a full deck.
Oh my god, no.
All right. Ready? Oh, that's the princess. Oh, princess. Oh, I don't have it. I don't have anything to...
I don't have anything.
All right, so we can't get her. So she just goes over to the discard, I guess. I was like, wait a minute. Actually, could I have gotten her? No, I don't have that one. That's... I already used her. She's in here. Dang it. All right, ready? Fisherman. Oh, I had the fisherman.
No, you're too quick.
Because I've memorized a couple of cards already. So that's why I said I think as you start memorizing what your cards match with, it makes it a little bit quicker. All right, ready? Oh, we haven't had 9. Well, that's you.
I think you're first.
I don't. Well, yeah, because mine was here, and then you hit my hand and it knocked it out, right? What matches with mine?
Me, this one.
All 15? Oh, let's see. Well, there's another one in here somewhere. Ready? Oh, the apples. The apples again. Oh, I forgot to draw a card last turn. There we go. All right. Wouldn't affect me anyways, because it was the Apple Maiden, and I already have the Apple Maiden person.
I think I have to be able to have
everything at once.
Yes.
Bigger play rate. We'll have to print you a jumbo play rate until you have them memorized. All right, ready?
No.
No. Oh, it's the princess again. Oh, I don't have the thing for the princess. Oh, I don't have any cards to get the princess. All right. Ready? 16. Ogre.
No, Mio.
Okay, take it.
Wait,
I said ogre, like I'm helping you. I'm like, oh, it's ogre.
he matched it.
He
No,
matches.
but I saw because I know he matched.
Yeah, he matches. So that means you captured him.
I captured him.
And then
This
that guy goes back in your hand. And then he goes back.
But I have matched a couple and only one has gone there.
Because you didn't have a discard before that. That was a match. That was a match. You still didn't have a discard. Your first 2 cards,
I'm so smart.
you didn't have a discard. That one, no, because ship is me. Yeah, ship is dragon. Merchant, no, that's me. That's a dragon. She's wearing the jewels. Yeah, the rest of these you didn't match. So, all right. You have 5 cards in your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Ready? Oh, that's you. That's you. That's definitely you. Oh, and I lost him, but I don't think there's more of the girl. So actually, that wasn't a bad loss because I need to get my. Got to get my merchant guy here. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Right.
No. Wait a minute, who matches? Oh, Dragon 19. I don't have Dragon 19. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Uno. Dragon 3. I don't have Dragon 3.
Go de pollo.
The pollo. All right, so capture the pollo, and then discard, and then draw. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Sheriff. Oh. Right. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's a Rapunzel. Oh, I got it. So actually, what is that other one then? If 17's a princess, that was the queen. 19's the queen. Makes sense. 19, 20. So the queen actually would be ogre number 17. Oh, you haven't had ogre number 17. Okay, so we're good. We're good. You haven't missed out on the queen. All right. The numbers at the top don't matter for points and scoring anyways. It's just the numbers that you get.
You have all those that you have captured?
Yes.
Stop it. Don't cheat.
I saw that one. 1, 2, 3. Oh, well, that's the prince. I think you had him. I couldn't capture anyways. Okay.
18 with over
20.
20.
Yeah.
So it's mío. Y tú come here.
And then Phil. Right? 1, 2, 3. I got it. So actually, okay. So this is one I wanted to see. Oh, gold mine, gold mine. I was trying to figure out because I was like, what does this guy in the gold mine pulling a thing of gems have to do with the knight? That's because the knight's going into the gold mine, and I have nothing to refill. Right. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Did you get him?
No, I mean. Yes,
Well, yes,
no.
but no. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's my girl. Yeah, so once you know which ones yours match up with, it's like, oh, that's mine, and I know I've gotten her already before because I still have that card in my hand. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's yours. Yeah.
Oh, I just used my 15.
You're throwing all your cards out, so I should throw them all down. One of them has to be right. One of them has to be correct. All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh, hang on. I was like, we're not gonna like this game. We don't like simultaneous action games like this, but I'm having fun because I'm winning.
Yes.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. I don't know who he is. Don't take. Oh, this doesn't keep. Hola. All right. Ready?
Wait. I captured this one.
You can't. Yeah.
With
the right one. So put. Right there.
the right one was
20. Yeah. So put this.
20.
No. You capture him with the right one. You keep that one.
Oh, I keep it.
You get to refill your pile. 1, 2, 3. I don't want to. I could have used him too. Like I knew I could use the number 8 because the number 8 is already done. So now you know when the Boca comes out. The Vaca. It's Vaca, but it's with a V, so it's Vaca. But
No,
v
it's
makes a B
vaca
sound, so
en
Vaca.
español. No.
See, it's Vaca.
No, vaca goes
Vaca goes aquí.
Here.
That goes aquí. This goes as a aquí.
so difficult.
All
This
right.
is the most difficult part of this.
All right. 1, 2, 3. No, you can't. No.
I did.
You needed number 1.
Four.
You needed
Sí,
number
pero I
1.
don't have it, and I had to do a bigger number.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's the guard. Oops, wrong way. I cannot capture things with the guards. All right. 1, 2, 3. It's the backup.
You were nice to me.
That was nice too. I figured you would remember. We just had a whole conversation about it.
I don't remember it just that fast.
1, 2, 3. Although that was probably stupid because I
What?
think
That was
there's-
me.
I know. Well, that's yours, but that's.
Oh, you did the
yeah,
same.
yeah, I did
But
the
I
same.
thought you said.
But no,
That's fine,
I know
but-
there's a merchant in there, which means I kind of playing her was kind of not maybe the smartest move. Because I know there's another merchant. There's 2 of each, so I know there's another merchant in here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's the. Uh-oh. Can't do that anymore. Well, I can do that for... Let me double check. I don't think it's when I run out of cards. I think it's when I run out of cards, including the cards in my hand. because I may have game overed myself there. Let me double check. Donde es instrucciones? I can't use the one that rulebook came with it because they did simplify it to make it a little bit easier. Exceed, match. Passing. Ties. Running out of cards. Player runs out of cards. The game ends. They cannot capture any more villagers. Oh, so it runs out includes the cards in your hands. Okay. Yeah. So I still have cards, so I haven't ran out of cards. I just can't refill right now. Okay. 1, 2, 3. You get it, but it's not. In your hand.
You confuse me.
All right, ready? There's only 2 left, so it almost doesn't matter. If you've got something higher, claim it, because neither one of us are going to run out of cards in our deck. 1, 2, 3. All right, ready? Last card. 1, 2, 3.
I was first and higher.
You were first and higher. All right, there we go. So we're going to count up the number of villagers that we
No, we
got.
don't need to count.
Oh, it's close.
It's a half.
I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
No.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Why couldn't I count out loud?
14.
I was counting in English. You were counting in Spanish.
14.
22.
I always have to count in Spanish. In English, numbers are longer.
My Spanish teacher, she said the same thing. That was just because her brain.
When I count, I do it in Spanish.
Yeah, my Spanish teacher.
And I forgot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Where's my medal? Give me that.
14.
That's my medal.
¿Cuántos?
22. Mucho más. All right, so there we go, guys. We will go ahead and flip over and give our first impressions. All right. So first thing are the components. I really like this, the art, and that's why I reached out to the publisher, the creator, because the gameplay itself, I wasn't too sure we'd like, even though we've said that during the gameplay. Is normally those quick actions aren't as fun, but I think in this one, it's different. It's not like Bullet, where that quick action matters, or the roll and fight, where you ended up getting less dice because I was quicker and was able to get more, or something like that, right? Or what was the Starfighters that we played? Remember the one with the little ships? And and you had to say fire, right?
Yeah.
They're okay. We enjoyed them, but they're not great. But it was because of the art. The art's great. I mean, they're cards. I mean, you can't really get more into the components than that. They're pretty recognizable, pretty readable. The numbers are nice and big. The graphics are great. I like the combination, where the matching isn't specifically the card and the number. The matching is an element in the card. I like how they tied that in. Now, the only complaint for components I do have, and again, prototype, is the player aid. So in the player aid, it's all of the text is white, and you might be able to see here, mine's pink, and if Audrey holds hers up now, hers is yellow. The reason is I highlighted these. So before that, it's just white, and you couldn't really quickly see which ones are yours. Now, I don't know if that's considered cheating or unfair or what have you, but for me, it just makes sense that if you're making 2 player cards, make them different, highlighted like this, or highlight each one specifically in a light enough color. Like we got pink and yellow here, and that's pretty readable in these cards. Yeah. So it's easy to identify. And then if you're a veteran player, you just don't get this card, right? If you've played it enough and you've memorized all the cards, you don't even need this card anymore, right? You just throw it off to the side, and then the new player has a card that's going to at least allow them to keep up. I think that was my only complaint about the components. The rule book, or at least the redid rule book and the old rule book, there's not much rules to it, but they're well done. For you, the components?
The same about this. Maybe, or I don't know, I'm blind, so maybe for me it's too small also. But I think the highlighting part is important.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I was thinking, they could just do one or the other, only put the dragon stuff together, put the ogre stuff
But
together, or
then-
make one card with just dragon, one card with just ogre.
But then the other person can cheat and you don't know.
Well, no, technically you can't because the numbers don't overlap, so you know if the number's not on your card. I
No,
was
but
thinking,
if they say like, oh, it matches, and you're not sure if it matches.
oh, that it matches. Yeah, but if I'm playing with somebody who's going to lie like that, I don't want to play with somebody like that. But I was thinking, oh, put it in order by like all the dragons together, all the ogres together. But that doesn't quite work either because it made more sense as we're playing that, oh, you're going to go down the, oh, that's a 14. You're looking for the villager. You're not looking to see is it a dragon or ogre card, right? But that's, like I said, that's a minor gripe. I think the more you play this, you're going to end up having to memorize. Like I started memorizing a couple of them, like very quickly.
The baby and the
baby, well, the
sheep.
baby, this one, the Rapunzel, the fish. I had that memorized. And the other thing is once you know, and and both of them have been captured, you know you can just waste these cards because you know those two aren't coming up. So that's kind of getting into the mechanics. What did you think of the mechanics, how the game uses the numbers and the pictures to capture the villagers?
I like it. It makes sense. You do something that is the same number or higher, and then you capture. Or you...
Which means you're going quick, so you're going to discard your cards.
Right, but then you have the option of matching, which I thought it was going to be more difficult to find matches. But it was not. I mean, I lost.
And I think that's the benefit of a small deck. So, like, you could see in the future if they wanted to come out with an expansion or something like that, and they could add more to characters or more villagers or more of that. I think that wouldn't be good for this type of game because, like you said, the chances of you getting those matches would go down dramatically. Now, maybe if they added more villagers, so maybe if they add villagers that are the opposite, so then you'll have dragon villagers that are currently the same number as the ogre villager, right? I mean, something like that. Or they add a new faction. Like right now it's dragons versus ogres, but maybe they introduce trolls. Right, so they introduce trolls or like abominable snowman yeti type things. Like they could introduce a new faction to make that variability. But I think what you mentioned, you weren't thinking you'd get those matches that often, but we were getting them pretty regularly. So I think that's well balanced how many cards there are here. Difficulty. What did you think of the difficulty?
I don't think it's difficult.
No, I think this is very light. It's language independent, which is always great for us, minus this part here.
Right.
But it's mostly language independent. Again, that's where having colored, then the person only has to look at the numbers, right? Because for language independence, right, I would look and see Villager 1, Dragon 3. I know I'm playing Dragon and I'm highlighted pink.
Yes.
Then I
don't know if having separated, like you said. So, like
do it this way. Do it this way and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you go back and forth. So you're still kind of going in order.
But you have your side.
Yeah. Well, the only thing is it's not every other, so it's not evens and odds. That'd make it too easy. I don't know. I would imagine Dreamt Up Games has used this and it's done what they needed to do, but that's our feedback. But again, the difficulty is very light. I mean, there's not a lot of difficulty. I put this at probably like a 1.5. If not, I don't think it's a 1. 1 is like Candyland where you're drawing a card and moving a token. Draw a card, move a token.
Candyland? I don't know that one.
Yeah, we haven't played Candyland. There's no Candyland. The game is predetermined as soon as you shuffle the deck. It's a predetermined game because you pull over a card and says you go to the next red space. The next person pulls over a card, it goes to the green space. The winner is predetermined at the beginning of the game because that deck doesn't ever get shuffled, and you can't manipulate it. So, Candyland. We might get comments down for Candyland. All right, fun at 2. Well, considering the game was only made at Foo.
It was fun.
Foo Fighters. 2. It was fun. I had more fun than I thought I was going to have playing the game.
I did too.
So
even though I lost.
Even though you lost. Yeah, it was fun just trying to get out there as quick as you can, and we were laughing.
But there is one game that we like that is like this, and it is Speed, the one we played with my cousin.
Yes, so there is a speed game like that. But see, I guess that's the difference is that type of game is fun because it's in a party atmosphere. It's fun with more people and alcohol's involved. Jungle Speed is the game
Jungle
she's
Speed.
trying to think of. But a game like this where it's 2 players and it's just speed, you do
And there
have
is no alcohol.
well, you do have that limitation. You have that same limitation of bullet and any of the other ones we've done is if the other player isn't as quick or isn't able to pick up the mechanics of that game quick enough, then there's an unfair advantage. And there's no way to lessen that advantage. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I just, for whatever reason, have every card of mine memorized to the exact villager it needs, and you only have half of yours memorized, I no longer need to look at this player aid, and I immediately know how many there are. Or I'm also somebody that can do card counting, and I can count and know how many of each card is left in the deck, which I was starting to get, knowing how many of each of the villagers each of us had gotten of each one, right? So that would be the only problem. I mean, again, it's a 2-player game. It's fun at 2. But if you run into those problems where there's definitely a gap in how well a person picks up a game, a simultaneous action game like this probably isn't the best when you're fighting over something in the middle of the table.
Right.
Last is the theme. So the theme is you're either dragons or ogres, and you're trying to capture villagers.
Guess.
It fits the theme.
Yeah.
Do you like the theme?
Yes.
I
And
really,
because I like the art too. It's not cute. It's not
it's not
horrific.
grotesque. Yeah, it's not grotesque. It's like, especially since you're playing the ogres, because normally ogres are really, really ugly.
Yeah, it's
good.
It's
fine.
ogres.
Yeah, it's ogres. Yeah, I think, no, the theme works. It fits what it is. I think it's very easily to retheme this one as well, right? You could do aliens versus zombies, right? And same thing, you have humans out there and the aliens and the zombies are both trying to capture those humans, right? You could even make it a more child-friendly. You could do like trick or treat, right? And so you basically just have kids and they're trying to get candies or whatnot, right? Would be another similar thing, right? You're trying to entice the kids by having either candy or some type of trick, right? I don't know.
No, but that would be a nice thing.
But I think you could really retheme this a lot of different ways to appeal to larger audience or different. There's a Caspito floating around.
You got it, I think.
I don't know.
You can go.
I think if you don't specifically like the medieval dragons and an ogre's theme, I think for the publisher, and this is more for them versus you guys who are watching this, is they could retheme this into a lot of different things to make it fun for a lot of different people. That said, I guess that is it. We do have more Kickstarter gameplays coming up this week, next week, and I think the week after that. So if they want to watch that kind of Kickstarter content, what are they going to do?
Subscribe. Activate notifications.
And
all that YouTube stuff. I was thinking, what did we say? What are we going to say?
No, that was earlier. You said follow us on social media while you're at it. Until next time, guys.
Adios.
Peace.